Today, I would like to discuss about the leadership. Just share my views and ideas what the leadership is. I will share my experience. There is so many definition of the leadership, but for most the definition, the valuable definition is I'm just concise and precise. I'm gathering all this information into one place. A good leader is always inspire the others, and how we can inspire others, that is the important factor. A leader is one who inspire the followers. As I said even during our discussion last week, is a good leader who creates the followers and who inspire the followers. If you don't have the followers, how you can inspire the followers? So you have to make the follower first, and you can have the followers only the followers likes you, then only they will follow you. And when they will like you, when they will find the good quality of you and good inside of you, then they will follow you as a leader. And then a good leader always accomplish the work. It's not like if the group of people will do some work and the leader always accomplish the whole work and guide them to finish the goal. A leader always create a vision, always give them a complete vision, and he is always focused. He will tell the group what to do, he will tell the group how to do, and he will tell the group when to do. And this is how a leader is working with the group. A leader is a member of the group. Among the group members, he is something special. He knows something more than the other group because he study more, he is knowledgeable, he has more information, he has more practical experience, he is more intelligent, and he or she use this intelligence in his practical or her practical life. And he always developing the followers, he always enlarging the followers, he always creating a new followers. I can give you one example from my real life. Whenever I'm going to attend any party, normally I sit with the new people while we're taking a lunch or dinner or any snacks or tea or coffee. Why I will sit with the unknown people? Just to make a bigger network, just to know them, and just allow them to know me as well. So normally in our culture, when we know each other, normally we gather together and we sit together, we had a chit chat, we just do everything together. And as I said, a leader is always telling you like how to do the job, not only what to do the job. He will not tell you, okay, you have to do this. Yes, there is some leader, there is some leadership also, and they will do it. Okay, you have to do it. Maybe he will not tell how to do it. And there will be so many obstacles for every work. And a good leader is always attaining the goal despite of all those obstacles. Then I can tell you the three common definition. Like a leadership is lifting a person's performance to a higher standard, building a personality beyond his normal limitation. If you go for the second definition, leadership is the process of influencing the behavior of others toward the accomplishment of goals in a given situation. And the third one, the process by which a person motivates and guides the group towards the visualized goal. And there is so many leadership qualities. Many people says many things about the leadership qualities. Some people says that there is a 7 leadership qualities. Some says there is a 5 leadership qualities. There is a 10 leadership qualities. But I accomplish all together, and I'm just giving my personal views. A leader must have the motivating capacity. He can motivate others. Despite of any situation, despite of any obstacle, despite of any toughness, he will motivate others. And he is very encouraging. He can encourage other people. And initiativeness, he is always take the initiative first. And he can be the source of knowledge. The followers, the group of people, always should have think, hey, let's go to the leader and ask how to do this. Let's go to the leader and ask about this knowledge, and maybe he or she may know about details of this particular job. And the leader should have a good responsibility, integrity, and ability to communicate. A good leader is always communicating each other. A good leader is very communicative. Apart from this, if you think about, a good leader is always, it should have a loyalty, then it should have a very judgment capacity. Like, he should not be biased to anyone. He should have, like, he or she should have unbiasedness, judgment, and the selflessness and problem solving capacity. As I said before, he should have the capacity of solving particular problem, openness to change. He has to take any chances during the course of the work. During the middle of the work, if someone proposes something, new ideas, if the leader feels is good, then he will change. That is the openness of the change. The leader should not stick to his only decision. Okay, whatever I said, that is true. Whatever I said, you have to do. But in between, maybe there is a change, maybe there's a good idea, maybe there is a good initiative. The leader must take to this opportunity. The leader must have the openness to change. Then the leader should have the distinct vision and very close focus. And finally, the last one, the best quality, I believe, he should have the balancing capacity. He can balance the situation. Then, ways to develop leadership qualities. How you can develop a leadership qualities. Like, if you think about the first one, then, and there is few ways you can develop the leadership qualities. The most common, I think this is the first one, you should have the critical thinking capability. You should think critically if you want to be a good leader. And then, if you have to be very visionary, like, whatever you are giving the work to a group, you have to show them the destination, the goal, where you want to reach, and you must tell them this is reachable, this is doable, this is possible to go to the destination. You should not say, or you should not describe in such a way that the group members may be fear, maybe they will not reach to the destination. If you do that, then you are not a good leader. You cannot give a good direction. So you should give a very precise focus, a good direction to your group members. And then you should learn very nice communication quality. Like, whatever you are communicating, sometimes maybe it's not important the language. Of course, the language is sometimes is very important to make other understand, but you also should understand how you can communicate precisely, very clearly with your team members, and you have to make them very clear, objective, and also workflow. And you should really improve your speaking skill. Like, if you're shy, if you're very shy to communicate among the much people, among your group members, then you cannot be a good leader. It's not like you have to be outspoken, but you have to be a proper speaker. Like, you should know the proper speaking method among the group and among the others. And also, like, you should allocate your complete workflow, and you should give them a work, and you should make a continuous follow-up. You should have a very good networking, and with this follow-up, you should you must ensure the work will be accomplished on time. This is few of the ways that you can improve your leadership qualities. And also, if there is a work is going on and maybe the work is over, then for the next time you should always find a better way to work. This is very important. Whatever you do, whatever you have done in past, you should find out the better ways to do the next work. And encouraging the progress. Whenever the teamwork will give us some progress, even after, if there is work for the 6 months or 1 year, After 1 month or 2 months, you can ask the progress and you can give thanks for their progress, and you can really give a reward. At least you can give a heartfelt thanks to everyone for their job done. Then try to match individual school. This is very important. Try to match individual skills and work. This is so important. Sometimes we do a mistake. Because let's say one person is very expert for website development, and he is having such a passion to do the website designing. But somehow, if a leader assign him or her other than the website designing, and he is giving tasks to him for the marketing or for management or for sales division, then it will be a trouble. Or if someone is very good in sales, or if someone is very good in managing, he has a very good managing capacity, he does not know much about the technical things, and if you give them any technical work to them, maybe you are doing a wrong thing. This is why the matching individual skill and the work together is very important. And always you have to make a team spirit, and you have to make a team spirit. Without the team spirit, the work will not be accomplished. Encourage people to work cooperatively. It's not like if because you are a leader, you cannot be leader within one person. You are a leader because there is many other people. The similar way in your group also, you should encourage other people to work combinedly. He or she should not work alone. If there is a 4 or 5 members, ask them to separate or distribute the work among your group members. It is not like there is so many culture. People are thinking maybe he will do more work and then he will satisfy the leader, he will satisfy the boss. Sometimes it's not like. You have to do maybe for certain time, yes, maybe the boss will like you, maybe the leader will like you, but when the boss will see in the group 10 members of the group, only one person is working and the 9 others is not working, and the 9 other person is not having the opportunity to work for this particular things, then it will have a different problem. It will come to you. You are working alone, but you are not distributing the work among your members. And this is also, you always learn from the failure. If you fail for some work or project, you should not leave or give up. Then you should learn where is the mistake. You should learn where is the drawback. What was the problem behind the failures? Then you learn from the failures. And the most important for me is the trust your subordinates. This is so important in any kind of leadership, either it's social leadership or political leadership or business leadership or research in a leadership in a research or leadership in a teaching profession or student leadership. You should trust your subordinate. If there is no trust, you cannot establish your leadership. Then there is a few kinds of leadership. Some leaders always are sharing his thoughts, discuss with the group members, then they will grab the best suggestion, best opinion, then he will decide and distribute the work to the right people, to the right person, and he will never do anything alone. He will never take any decision alone. And he is very open, and he encourages other people, he motivates other people, he gives the vision, he shows the destination to among the members, among them all members, and this is known as the democratic leadership. He follows the democracy. Sometimes maybe his own idea or opinion cannot be accepted by all other members, no matter, but he will go through the maximum decision of the maximum people. But some leader, maybe there is a very great leaders. Sometimes there is a good point also. You can have like a autocratic leadership, like whatever you will say, that is right. You will not take any decision from others. You will not discuss, because if you're very confident, you are very focused, and if you know this is doable, and if you know that you can do this, you can manage all the members, then you can follow the autocratic leadership. There is a advantage also autocratic leadership, and there is so many disadvantages of the autocratic leadership. Like advantage is like if you become the autocratic leadership, but situation if you know everything is controlled and you know the group members are not that much of capable, and then you can take your own risk on your shoulders, and then you can do the work, you can order, and you can just tell the people to do the work. This is, and also the disadvantage is if the work is not done, if the work will fail, every blame will come to you, and the possibility of the failure of this autocratic leadership is much higher than democratic leadership. The democratic leadership also have some drawback. There is so many positive things, but the drawback is if there is an opinion or there is a decision is very positive or maybe it's very good, but since it's not supported by the many people, it's not supported by the majority members of the group, then you cannot implement. And sometimes the only democracy, and also the another is slow to take the decision, because you have to discuss with all the members again and again. Maybe you have to sit 2 or 3 times, even more, to take the decision, and you have to do the follow-up, regular follow-up. But in autocratic, there is no, the decision is very fast, because the leader is only one person will take the decision. But the democratic leadership, he will never take the decision alone. He will discuss among all the members, then he will take the decision. So there is that advantage and disadvantage as well. But another thing is, like, if very relaxed leader, he will tell, hey, look, we want to do this, then the group members will know how we'll do. He will say, that's up to you, I want this work done, and all the work will do by the group members, and he will do nothing. He will just relax. He will not even do the follow-up. He will not build up the network, but still he is a leader, and he will just give the work, because he has a very maybe he has a personal network, he's having very personal strong personal network. That's why he may get this some job, and he's distributing the job, and he just will not take any burden on his or her shoulder. And if you think like causes for the leadership failures, after all those things, why still the leadership fails? The first is the leader is not able to do the work. Maybe he will not understand the work, or maybe is unwilling to provide the support to the leader. He is not supportive at all. And if sometime the leader itself are very much aware, maybe some group members are much more better than me, maybe he knows better than me technically, maybe he's very technical, very advanced than me. Even for example, like, I'm not a web developer, and in the group there will be many people, they are very good in web developing. Even sometime, even middle of the work, maybe the leader is telling, oh my gosh, I never think of it, how it possible, I never even imagine, oh my gosh, what to do now. This is known as the lack of imagination. This is a great mistake, but you have to learn from this lack of imagination. And then sometime you can learn from the emphasis of the authority, or good leader must lead the team by the encouraging. You always should encourage, even in a very critical or complex situation. You have to encourage your team members, and you should display your leadership by learning from your mistake. As I said before, you should always learn from your mistake, and treating everyone respect, like it should have respect to every member of your team. Many of the leadership, I feel, even from myself, it happened many times, like we never do the homework, we never do the exercise, we never prepare ourselves for this particular work. We should do the homework again and again before we start the work. Even we should do the homework assigning the job to the person. We should always assign the job to the right person for the right job. Even sometimes we should not clearly know, you should not have a visionaries. You should have very clear vision that you are going to do this, and you should set up some of the goals which you need to do first, then second, then third. Like you should have the activity plan, the detailed activity plan before you start your work. Then if you think about, like, always you should share your credit and take all the blame on you and give all success to everyone, so then people will realize then you are really a good leader. And if you think about that, the always be optimistic even in the challenging circumstances. It's very challenging job. Maybe you are thinking it is not possible for everyone. Maybe all the group members are telling, oh no, it is not possible to complete the job, it is so hard, and the time is so short, it's very short time, the workload is so huge, maybe it's not possible to do the work in time or on time. Then in that situation also you have to be very, very optimistic. And even you should involve and include others to work. Maybe you are thinking you are separating a different group, one group here, another group there, and different group. Maybe if you feel you can pick up one group member, if he's free or it's less work, then you can bring him and can give the other job to other. And if he is or she is capable, maybe you can bring her to the other group and assign the other job. And always you should think, are we going in a right track, and what will be in the next, then what will do for this group. Then you should have always a group work, you should have always a plan, like what we'll do in the next, what was the problem of today, what was the problem of the yesterday, then how we'll do in the next day. So, and then you should again clarify your goal, and again you have to think and you have to tell your group what is our goal and where you want to reach. And you always seeking the improving thing, do things better, easier, faster, or more economically. The last one I always want to give more emphasis, since we are the third world country, even the developing country also, like you should think whatever it is economically. I should give the first one is economically, and then faster, and then easier. So whatever is faster and economical, maybe it's not easier. Most of the economical job, most of the faster job is the hardest job what I have seen in my life. Helping people to reach their potential. Like if you know there is some potential among in the other members, then you should find out that potentiality, and you should tell them, encourage them, yes, you can do, this is your job, this is you can do it, like this is your job, you have so much of potential, you know better than anyone else, you should do it, and you must do it, and you can do it. And there is few word, there is actually the four word is very dangerous. As I discussed during my discussion as well, a team had four members called everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. Everybody, then somebody, anybody, and nobody is a Laurie Daskal. This is his theory, and this I like this one is so much. Like there is the important job to be done. For example, a group members, we know there is a very important work has to be done in that particular time. Then you think the first scenario, everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Everybody was sure that somebody would do it. But anybody could have done this, but nobody did it. It's very, very, very funny. Like everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody would have done it, but finally nobody did it. If you go for the another scenario, the second one, somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Somebody got angry because it was everybody's job. then what about himself or herself? That everybody is including him or her. If you think about the third one, everybody thought anybody could do it. Everybody was thinking like anybody could do it. Then, but nobody realized that everybody would not do it. Nobody was even thinking that no one will do it. Even if you think about the last one, it ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done it. This is so nice word. I like the last one. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody. That our people, most of all of we are always blaming if there is a job assigned to everyone, then we are blaming if the job is not done, then we are blaming somebody should do it. But when nobody did what anybody could have done it. So that is all for today. Thank you so much. I will meet you for my second lesson, and until then, see you next class. I am Professor Rashidul Hassan. Basically, I'm a professor in computer science and information technology. My mainstream is smart agriculture. I'm working on the IoT in agricultural development. But my passion from my childhood, even from my studenthood, I'm always emphasized to be a good leader. Still, I'm learning, and I'm just sharing my experience with all you guys. Thank you so much. See you again.